Okay, so after talking about the built-in function and the functionality of overall functions, let's talk about the user-defined functions. Too many functions, right? Okay, so in user-defined functions, there are few fundamental things, just like while loop, where we have three fundamental things: the loop controlling variable, condition, and the loop controlling variables update. Right? Here in functions, we also have a few things. First of all, the keyword that is called define. In order to define a function, first of all, we have to write the definition of the function, and then we'll have to call the function. So in order to define a function, we'll say def, short form of definition, and as you can see, it turns green, which means that it has some built-in definition with Python, built-in understanding with Python. So def, and then the function name. What should be the function name? So let's say my function name is going to be print hello word. Okay, sorry, word. Now, there cannot be space in between the function name, just like the variable names. Okay, and if you want to have space, you can start the new letter. I mean, if you have multiple words in the function name, you can start the new letter with the you can start the new word with the capital letter, or you can also go with underscore thing as well. But if you're working with the functions, it is always advised to use the capitalization over here. First word should be in lowercase. Again, this is not the rule of Python, but it is the rule of Pythonic community. If you will not write this character as in lowercase, it will not be an error, but it will not be considered as a good thing, right? Okay, so two things. First of all, defining keyword, and then the function name. So we have two things. Third thing is this function symbol, you can say, right? Then we have colon. And whenever we have colon, guess what? We have a body. Okay. So here in body, we will define the function. What do we want this function to do? So I just want this function to print hello and also word, right? Now, this function is defined. I repeat, there are three things. Definition keyword, then the function name, and then we have the function body. Cool? Cool. Whenever we say body, remember, it should be indented. Okay, now this is the function definition. Let me write it over here. This is function definition. I don't know if the spelling of definition are correct or not, but yeah, this is function definition. Okay, I'm not going to do that. So now the next thing is function call. So here we want to call the function. So if we have defined the function, if I run it, nothing is happening. If I run it 100 times, nothing will happen. Only this definition of function will be stored in the memory of Python, in the memory of our program. Okay. Now we have to call this function. Remember the example I gave you in the beginning, that if you're constructing a house, you have to call a constructor, a builder. You have to call a carpenter. You have to call an electrician. So electrician is always there, right? Electrician is always defined, but if you will not call him or her, they will not come, right? So I have to call this function. How do I call this function? I will call this function by its name. So what is the name of this function? Name of this function is print hello word. Please make sure the capitalization should be taken care of. And then we should have a calling symbol as well. So this is the calling symbol. This is how we call the function. Okay, I repeat, function name and the round brackets. And I also repeat, a function will never be executed. It will never, it will be there in the memory, but it will never be executed if we will not call the function, right? So here I'm calling it, and here we go. It says hello word. So what actually happened? When this our Python program executed these lines, the function is stored somewhere in the memory with this name. So this name is indicating to a few lines that will be executed when this name will be called. So here that name is being called. So this line is executed. If I call this name multiple times, for example, I do something like this 3 times, so hello word will be printed 3 times. All right. And I can also do it in the for loop as well. For example, for I in range, let's say range 10, okay? And here I say print hello world, running it, here we go. So what is actually happening? I'm iterating over this thing for 10 times. So this function is basically called 10 times over there, okay? Now let's define another function. So define, let's say print my name, okay? Cool. So I'll say print, what is my name? Zia, okay? So print Zia. Now, if I want this thing to be executed, what should I call? I should call print my name, not print hello world. It is exactly like if I want to call, I want the carpenter to work at home, I should call the carpenter. I should not call the electrician, right? So the relevant function name should be called. And if I may call it over here, I run it, you see 3 times print hello world is being called. So 3 times this line is executed. And then 1 time print my name is called. So 1 time this line is executed, and here you can see the output. Okay. We can also do it with the combination as well. So let's say print my name over here. And let's not do it for 10 times. Let's do it for 5 times. Okay. Running it. So here we go. So first time, both of these functions are called. So both of these strings are produced. Then again, both of functions are called, both of strings are produced, and it kept happening for 10 times. Oh, sorry, for 5 times, right? So this is how we can define our own user-defined function. But how can we pass some value to this function? For example, if I want that this function should print any name that I will pass to this function, just like this length function. I'm passing length, I'm passing this hello string to this function, and it is giving me the length of this particular string. If I'll pass some other string, it will give me the length of that some other string. But that functionality is not available over here. And by the way, if you may see that this length function, calling of the length function is exactly same as the calling of this print my name or print hello world function. Apart from here, we can pass a few variables as well. So how to pass these variables inside the functions and how to access those variables inside the functions, let's see in next video.